Bom dia, good morning everybody on YouTube. This is Leah Nascimento with Keller Williams and MGN Fine Homes. So I am here in Atlanta today. It's a snow day and it snowed about half an inch last night and now it's frozen solid outside. So I'm not that great of a driver, so I'm home, stuck here, and I decided to make this video and entertain all of you a little bit. So I've been in real estate for a little under 4 years actually, and I have tons of stories. But one of the most impressive ones, in my opinion, one of the ones I cannot forget, is the one about my very first client. And why, you ask? Because not only was a crazy story that needed a lot of things done in order to make that deal work, it was also my very first one. You never forget your first one. And guys, let me just tell you, I was terrified. Terrified. I just could not wrap my head around that. And I was terrified for a few reasons. One, it was my first client. You know, you go to real estate school and you take the course and you get your license and you think you know everything. Bullshit. You don't. You really don't. I mean, I've closed over 50 transactions ever since the first one, and I still don't know everything. I still find something new every transaction I close. And if somebody else tells you different, they're lying, okay? No one is the same. No situation is the same. It's all different, and we have to really consider that for our clients. Anyhow, so since it was the first, I was terrified, but I was even more afraid because I was so afraid that if I told that client that she was my first client and I was learning the ropes with her, that she would run out the other way and never look back. And so I kept quiet. I was afraid she would see right through my bullshit and she would think that I didn't know what I was doing, which was true, and she wouldn't want to work with me, and I desperately needed to work with someone. I had been licensed for a few months and I had not had any clients yet, and I needed something. I had quit my job. I had to do something. So we started working together. She is this lovely young lady. She was a single mother at the time, and she was also a veteran. She fought for our country, and I am so respectful. I have so much respect for her. She's an incredible lady. And she was looking to buy her very first home. She had a VA loan. For those of you who may not know, a VA loan is available for those who have fought for our countries. This is one of the benefits they have for putting their lives on the line for us. Well, we went out, we looked at properties, we found one that was just perfect for her. It was beautiful, you know, recently renovated, the size she needed, perfect. And we made an offer. It was accepted. We did all our inspections and everything was going great. Until about 15 days into it, my lender calls me and says, "Hey Leah, property A, B, and C, that's a fee simple, right?" And I said, "Well, that's what the listing said." And he says, "Can you double check on that? Because here I'm getting that it's a condo." Well, let me explain to you. Let me stop there and explain to you a little bit. A fee simple property usually is a single family home, but it also can be a townhome. It means that you own the house itself and also everything below it and above it. So the airspace above it is yours. The land space or whatever is below it is yours too. So if somebody finds oil below your house, that oil belongs to you if you have a fee simple. Now, the other form of ownership is a condominium. That's for apartments, obviously, right? And that means that you own the walls inside. You own the inside of it, the space inside. Now, if there was a fire and burnt everything down, you only own that pocket of air where your house is located. You don't own the land below it, you don't own the air above it, and that's the difference. And with a VA loan, there are certain restrictions on which condos can be financed and which cannot. Well, it turned out that condo wasn't. And it was my inexperience because I took it at face value of what was on the listing. That was a fee simple and went with it. I should have double checked at the beginning. But well, going back to the story, the lender calls me and tells me it's not fee simple. I freak out. Guys, I freaked out. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, oh my God, holy shit. She's gonna find out right now that I don't know what I'm doing. What am I gonna do? So in the middle of me freaking out, I didn't want to freak out my client. So before I told her anything, I called my broker and I told my broker, and I left my broker this voicemail. Stephanie, you have to call me right now. I am desperate. I need your help. Something bad happened. I really need you. And I progressed to call about 5 different other people, other brokers in my office and other agents more experienced than me in my office, and leave similar voicemails. You might think what that did, don't you? My broker finally calls me back about 30 minutes later, and her first question is, Leah, first of all, who died? Like, no one died, but my deal might. And she goes, who's bleeding? No one. She goes, okay. So first of all, before we move forward, let me tell you something. You will never, ever, ever in your entire life make another phone call like the one you made to me. Because if you do, you may cause somebody to die. I almost died listening to your voicemail. Now that's out of the way, what happened? So I told her what happened, and my deal was about to die, and she says, well, there's a very simple way of solving all of that, Leah. You are going to terminate the contract, you're going to find your client a new home, and you're going to close on it. And I'm like, you don't understand. How am I going to do that? My client is going to be homeless, and I don't have a place for her to be, and she can't pay to be somewhere else, and we need to close. Leah, get your shit together and just do what I told you. So we go for the next scary part. I pick up the phone and I call the client. And you'd think nothing ever happened, right? Because I'm all calm and collected and proper. And I tell the client, hey, so I kind of got bad news. And she goes, really, what? Well, you cannot buy your house. And she's like, what? What are you talking about? Leah, you know I have no place to go. You know I can't afford anything else. You know I need this. What are you talking about? What can we do? And I'm just, well, here's what we're going to do. And I tell her, we're going to terminate the contract. We're going to find you a new home and we're going to close on it. And she goes, how? We don't have time. I'm like, hold on. We will do it. Don't worry. What are you doing tomorrow? She says, well, I had the day off. We're like, not anymore. You're going to meet me at 9 a.m. and we're going to look at homes until we find the one that is right for you. I don't care how long that takes. That's what we're doing tomorrow. And folks, that's what we did. We looked at 48 homes that day. And some of them we didn't get inside because when we got to the neighborhood, it was not suitable for a single mother to live in that neighborhood. And until we found the one that was reasonable. It wasn't the greatest, but it was reasonable. It would do for what she needed. It was safe. It was nice. So we made an offer. We got it accepted. And lo and behold, y'all won't believe it. The lender pulled a miracle and closed in 15 days. My very first client bought 2 homes and closed on one and moved into it in 30 days on a VA loan. Now, all the real estate agents who may be watching this know how big of a deal this is. You may not. Let me explain to you. Dude, a real estate VA loan that closes faster than 45 days is super fast. A VA loan that closes in 15 days is unheard of. It doesn't exist. It's like the fairy tale with the unicorn. It does not exist, but it did. It did for that client. It was incredible. And, it was a crazy story. I was mortified the entire time. I had like this thing inside of me. I every time I saw her, like my stomach dropped. I had butterflies in it because I always thought that she would look right through me and say, I'm your only client, am I not? Not only that, I'm your first client. You have no idea what you're doing, do you, lady? And that she would see right through me and she would fire me. Well, to this date, she still doesn't know. I think. She may know after this video now. But she doesn't know. I never told. I was mortified of telling her. Maybe if I had told her, I wouldn't be here telling you this story. But I am very, very, very thankful for all the people that were involved in that transaction, especially my client. She was great. She was an amazing woman, and she dealt with it like a big girl. I mean, it was, I don't know, a news like that would have broken me, but she took it like a champ. She just went at it, and she listened to me, and we got her the new house, and it was incredible, I'll tell you. I learned a lot from her, a lot. And I've been learning from my clients ever since. Every transaction is different. Every client is different. Everything we do is different. The situations are different. So even after nearly 4 years, lots and lots of successful clients and closings, it's still things to learn, and I will keep you telling stories. I have lots of them, and it's a fun and exciting place to be when you get to give the clients those keys, especially after you go through some of the hurdles you will have to go through sometimes. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you enjoyed your video. Leave your comments here if you did, and if you didn't, leave it too. Let me know. And I will see you soon. If you ever need real estate services in Georgia, Metro Atlanta, my phone number is 843-267-4165. And you can check out my company website. I don't mess with it too much, so it may not be too useful. It's mgnfinehomes.com. Or you can just shoot me an email at live@mgn.finehomes.com. See, I don't even know my email. Wow. And I'll see you around. Bye-bye.